You want a drink of water or pop or something?
No, thank you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start off by showing some images. The first one is a sea turtle with plastic from a beverage carrier stuck around its shell, and it's caused the shell to deform a lot. The second image is a bird who's died, and it shows all the human litter that's trapped in its body. Some of these items include bottle caps, cigarette lighters, combs, and a bunch of other things. The final image is a sea lion with rope wrapped around its neck, and the sea lion looks to be sick or injured. And I show you these images because humans have become disrespectful to the environment and more wasteful than ever before. Pollution is occurring at a very rapid rate. It occurs in a bunch of different forms, such as oil spills, runoff, and litter, which is what I'm going to talk about today. A majority of the Earth's surface is covered in water, so the impacts of ocean pollution affect us all. In my speech, I'm going to persuade you to recycle and dispose of trash properly and take care of the environment and the ocean by answering 3 questions. How does litter negatively impact ocean animals? How are humans then affected by trash in the ocean? And what simple steps can you take to protect the ocean? I've lived on the beach, so I've heard a lot of stories about people's experience with ocean pollution and how they've seen the effects of human litter on sea life. I've also done a lot of research on the subject to get some extra knowledge about ocean pollution. So the first question I'm going to talk about is, how does litter negatively impact ocean life? An article from Yale Teachers Institute published in 2013 talks about how plastic can take over 400 years to break down. And once this happens, it doesn't even break down entirely. It remains as polymers and other toxic chemicals. Also, while it's breaking down, it splits into smaller pieces that animals will often mistake for food and then eat, then they choke and often die from these plastics. Also, millions of birds and other sea life will die from getting tangled in the plastic each year. So I've walked on the beach a lot and seen tons of litter thrown out, lots of bottle caps, cigarette lighters, things like that. And I've also seen birds and fish washed up on the shore with plastic and other items tangled around them. Humans often don't realize the impact that their actions may have. We might think, oh, it's just one bottle being thrown in the ocean, but there's over 7 billion people in the world, so even just one bottle a person can really add up. So now that I've talked about how litter negatively impacts ocean life, I'm going to move on to talk about how humans are also impacted by trash in the ocean. So litter not only impacts the animals, but it impacts humans as well. According to an article published by marinesafe.org in 2016, it's common for fish and other animals to eat the plastic and other trash items found in the ocean. Then when humans eat these animals, they're ingesting the plastic that the fish had eaten. These plastics have toxins in them that, when ingested by humans, can lead to reproductive problems, Alzheimer's, nervous system damage, kidney damage, Parkinson's, heart disease, and a lot of other issues. This is important because it demonstrates how the pollution not only impacts the sea creatures, but it then impacts humans a lot as well. So now that I've talked about how litter negatively impacts ocean life and how litter then can also affect human life, I'm going to talk about the simple steps that we can all take to help protect the ocean. There's a lot of things we can do to help save the ocean from these harmful effects. National Geographic published an article in 2010 about some of the simple steps that we can all take. These simple steps include using less plastic, recycling when possible, disposing of trash properly, taking care of beaches, learning more about the ocean and its creatures. And I worked at Pineapple Willie's, where they've recently started a campaign to cut down on pollution. They've put up signs informing people about how plastic straws are negatively impacting the ocean and harming the animals. They've also not started to not give out straws unless the customer requests, so that it cuts down on a lot of pollution. And since this restaurant is on the beach, this is really helpful in starting the idea of moving towards recycling and taking care of the ocean. So it's things like that that are really helping. And it's beneficial for people to know that by making these small changes in their life, they can have very big impacts on protecting the ocean. So in my speech, I talked about how litter negatively impacts ocean life, how humans are affected by trash in the ocean, and just some simple steps that we can all take to protect the ocean. It's important that we recycle and be mindful of these ways that we can protect the ocean for not only the sake of the creatures in the ocean, but for us as well as humans. So next time you have trash, remember that the ocean is not your trash can. Don't let these helpless animals fall victim to your environmental disrespect. So in this speech, I wanted to persuade you to recycle and dispose of trash properly. So next time you're drinking a soda, remember, look back and think about these different harmful impacts. Maybe don't use a straw, recycle your cup, and really think about ways that you can help, because it can have a big impact in the long run. Thank you.